Good morning, ladies and gents. So, back with another Conquerors Blade video, and this time around I'm actually joined by a very special someone, and this very special someone is Mr. SeaBee himself. Now, some of you may have heard of Mr. SeaBee with his highlight videos of previous tournaments and everything like that. He is now also the owner of SeaBee Rivals Tournament, which again some of you may have heard about. If not, then you definitely will after this. But as always, hit the like button, share this video around, let's get more people involved and interested in everything, and we are just going to crack straight into it. So, I'm going to ask SeaBee a few questions, try and find out more about the SeaBee Rivals Tournament, how it's going to be good for you, your house, and everything like that as well, and kind of where we all kind of see it going in the future as well. So, first off, hello Mr. SeaBee, how are you?
Yeah, hello, Coffee. Yeah, perfect, mate. It's been a really fun 2 weeks organizing the tournament so far, and yeah, I'm enjoying the game so much in the league as well. So it's been a blast. Yeah.
Good, good. So, you happy to get straight into it?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Fantastic. Right then, so we'll start off with literally just right at the start, Mr. CB. Like, who are you? What do you do? How have you got involved with Conquerors Blade? Everything like that.
Yeah, sure thing. So like I live in the Netherlands. I'm normally a physical therapist. I work in healthcare, but I play a lot of games, especially since COVID, like so many of us, I guess. And that's how I got into Conquerors Blade. My brother advised it to me because he knows I love strategy games, but also like to do the like heroic part, which Conquerors Blade combines perfectly, right? And yeah, I just got hooked to it, and now it's the only game I play, honestly.
What season did you join? Can you remember?
I think I joined season 3 at the end of it.
Oh, okay.
So
So you've been around for a fair while then.
yeah, I have now. I think like when I started like getting into the community in the beginning of season 4, it was like, oh, you're a new player, and I was with all the veterans. And now guess I'm kind of a veteran as well.
So you
But
are the
yeah,
vet now.
yeah.
You are the vet. So how did it all come about then? You kind of making these highlight videos for the official tournaments.
Hmm. Yeah, that was pretty fun. Like, so I actually started in a Dutch house, TDD, and I slowly became commander, and then started to watch some tournaments, the hour tournament, the core tournament, and I got interested in casting one of those. So I started with hour tournament 2 with General Combo, casting it, making the highlight videos for it as well, and that's how it began. And from then on, it was just so fun to keep making highlight videos for all the tournaments that followed, and that's how I got that going. And yeah, that was basically it. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I have to say, I have seen obviously before I spoke to you before we started doing this and everything together. Like I did see some of the highlight videos, and they were really good, and it chopped out all the crap, which there is a lot of just naturally, but they were really well done. So I was very pleased when you took over this tournament. I have to say.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah,
That's
I
all
just
right. So moving on to the CB rivals, then how did you actually come about taking over it?
yeah, that was pretty interesting, I think. So, uh, I also played a couple of tournaments as well, and playing those, we actually had the custom lobby on the tournament server that you are quite familiar with, right? With the content creators, you also get to use it.
Yeah.
And we always told the players like during the tournament, like how amazing would it be if the custom lobby made it to the live server. So the moment that it actually hit the live server, like last season, I was really excited to get a tournament going. And then Bird of Chin actually started one exactly in like the plan that I had, and all the teams were interested. So at first I was kind of disappointed, but then he dropped it. So I was the first to pick it up, and yeah, I started it in like 5 days. I think that was all we had before the
Yeah.
first round, and yeah, that's how I managed to pick it up.
Do you know if anybody else tried to take ownership of it, or was it just you that
Oof.
voiced interest?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like he did make a post about not finding people who
Hmm.
wanted to take over. So I decided, well, I'll just do it then.
Just go.
So there might be a few, but I do know for sure that there's a lot of people who are supporting the league, like you, but also all the other casters as well, and a lot of the team captains.
Hmm.
They also came up and told me like, thanks for doing this because this is what we want to do. Like play more games, play more tournaments. It's been great. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Burger Quinn is a very unique character. I'm just going to leave it at that about him. But what he actually had kind of built the basis of was very, very good. There was a lot of big names, big teams, and everything in there, and it was a shame really when we all thought it wasn't really going to go anywhere. So I'm very glad it was obviously picked up by you and kind of kept running. But yeah, like you said, we didn't have a lot of time, did we, before the first match? But I think it worked, didn't it? We got a second round or second load of matches tomorrow, which is going to be interesting to see just how well they all do as well. So can you explain to someone brand new, not brand new to Conquerors Blade, but brand new to kind of the tournament, the league and everything, like how does SeaBee Rivals actually run? How is it different to every other tournament?
Yeah, good one. So every other tournament that we've had so far has been a bracket tournament, where you play a game and one team drops out every round. And this means that most teams actually only get to play one game in the whole tournament, and the good teams get to keep playing, keep getting better, and you see like that teams grow wider apart, like as more tournaments have been played. And the SeaBee Rivals League is very different in that it's more like a soccer competition or like any other professional competition that you see in normal sports, where we have a group of 8 teams playing together in one group, and they play for the first spot, and they play every week against each other for a couple of weeks, one after the other. And at the end of the season, there will be played one final between 2 pools, and the top 4 will also advance to another pool, which will be the winner pool, and then the bottom 4 will move down to the losers pool. And from then on, that is also, we'll talk about later, I guess, but that will be like the end game for the league, where we have like the top bracket of all the good teams, one lower bracket where people can fight up to get into the good group. And yeah, from there it will just be more and more fun, and hopefully expand the league as well.
Yeah, definitely. So would you say really at the minute it's kind of just preliminaries then, just trying to put people into the right bracket and everything?
Yeah, exactly. We called it season 0 on purpose. It's the kickstart season. We have a general idea about what teams are really good, right? Because some played in tournaments before, some have played TW and are really good at it. But the TW is very different from tournaments. Like, don't make that mistake. So this is just like, finding out what teams are good, what teams are consistent, and then move on from there.
Yeah. Awesome. How many teams are actually? Because I know we had a couple of late registrations, didn't we? But how many actual teams are in there at the minute?
Yeah, good one. Yeah, so we started with 12, and a couple of days I had 4 more teams approach me. 1 dropped out, so we are now 15. Because after the first week, I was still able to get some teams in. But we already have 2 more teams on the reserve list, so they will hopefully get into the league next season. And there's been 3 more teams who approached me and have also shown interest. So we might actually be like 18, 20 teams next season, but we are 15 current.
Good. So already there's more and more people getting interested in it, as obviously the word is spreading, which is a very good thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
especially
totally.
Early days as well. That's a really good thing. So can you just explain how kind of the matches are working, how they're set up, what days they're running, everything like that?
Yeah, so I'm aiming to have most things run autonomously, which means that team captains set up their matches, but they all have to be on Sunday, 8 o'clock or 8 o'clock CEST, because we play also with NA, right?
Yeah.
And it all has to be around the 8 o'clock mark, plus minus 2 hours, doesn't really matter. They set up the game between the teams, they get a caster in to stream it as well, and then they just run it through the custom lobby. It's always the best of 2, so one game is defense, one game is attack for both teams. And they get to ban 1 unit each, defender first, then the attacker. And we play a different map each round as well. So quite often you see the same rounds over and over in tournaments, but we play a different map each round. We have 7 rounds, so 7 different maps that the teams get to play.
Awesome. Yeah, I have to say, it's the way it's kind of set up and going so far seems by far the best, because that was always the issue with the other tournaments, is it was very down to just one person to sort out. So it seems to be working quite well, doesn't it, at the minute?
Yeah, I hope so. And like credits to everyone I've worked with so far in the tournaments, or the joy and like excitement to play in their tournaments, because that allowed us to do what we're doing right now. I think like learning from the mistakes or from the good things that have been done in other tournaments. And I hope this one will be even better for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I think the game is. I don't know if you agree with me, but I think the game has been needing this kind of tournament for a very, very long time. It's such a shame it didn't actually start, say, back in Season 7 when we seemed to hit the peak of players. But it's good that it started, finally.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And I wonder what you think as well. I know you've been using the custom lobby with your house as well, but I think it's just one of the things that even gets back like the veteran players to this game.
Yeah.
And also makes it more easy for new players to enjoy the game, test new things out, and even participate maybe in things like this.
Definitely.
Because it is so much easier to find games now.
Yeah. I think, again, the custom lobbies, I think it should have been in the game at least a year ago. But it's just one of those. It just didn't happen for whatever reason. It's there now, so yeah, let's make the best out of it, really.
Here for PG, Hussars and Monastics flanking in. Tablet about to be flanked by Hussars. They are not looking. Holy Crusaders is tunnel visioning. They did not look at all. That is a big hit by Hussars from PG.
So, moving on from SeaBee Rivals and everything then, or at the current stage of SeaBee Rivals, what are your current kind of predictions for how everything's going to go after this season? Do you see it expanding a lot bigger? Do you see it possibly breaching off into more kind of frontier-wise as well? Do you think it will ever breach into the frontier as well, or do you think it's just going to stay kind of our version of the game?
Who knows? I like to dream big. I'm an entrepreneur as well in real life. I guess this is real life now as well. So yeah, I like to dream big for sure. Like when I think about this game, 50v15, and you think about esports, like how they are in so many games now. Imagine a stadium with 15 players on each side and having a 3D version of the like actual map that we play on in the middle of the stadium, and people get to watch it. That would be absolutely insane. Like it's so far away, but just imagine it, right? So just even thinking about it gets me excited. But for sure, the league as we are now, like in a couple of seasons, it would be great to have like maybe 2 big pools of like 14, 16 teams maybe that we get to run for 10 to 12 weeks. That would be absolutely amazing, especially if it gets supported by My Games or Booming. Who knows, maybe Frontier wants to join in as well. We are actually going to get support, right, for the prizes as well.
We are, yeah.
That's already been a big step, and
which I have to say, considering how early doors it is for us, is a massive boost, isn't it? It's a massive boost, and I don't think any of us can actually be thankful enough for Drew, the influencer manager, and all the community managers like Lord and everyone that's kind of got involved as well. The prizes for a tournament that is still so not really known about. It's only done its first kind of stage. It's really, really good, but it goes to show that actually I think even officially, even if it's an unofficial tournament, they would still rather promote it, push it, because they know that the game needs it.
Yeah, for sure. And that's like, so the idea that they just like explained about the stadium that is so far away, because if you look at the player count that we have right now, it's not very healthy for a game that wants to grow a lot. Like there's so much room for improvement there in the player counts and numbers that we put in now. But I definitely think that this game has got what it takes to get more players attracted to it, because it is such a good game.
Yeah, that's it. There's nothing else like it out there, is there?
Yeah.
And I think definitely leagues and tournaments like this are going to push it more kind of hopefully mainstream to a lot wider audience. It seems to be that the game Conquerors Blade, even though it's now been going for just coming up to 4 years, it's still not well known. There's not a lot of kind of awareness of it, and hopefully this will start pushing it more forward. But yeah, like I really do hope it does kind of get to the kind of stadium stage, because I would love to cast something like that. That would be amazing.
That'd be insane, wouldn't it? Or to play in like whatever it is, so just watch it.
Just me being there, I'll be happy. I'll be happy. So So, from everything that's kind of how it's all gone and progressed and everything so far, have you identified any kind of changes that you're going to bring to the tournament yet? Or is everything kind of running as planned?
I definitely like it how we're running it right now. We might make a couple of changes. Like, hopefully we get more casters in. This is something like, we've got a lot of casters joining us, the English, the German, some French, Russian even. But we are doing mostly single casters now. Some bring along a buddy, but I really hope to do duo casting a lot more.
Yeah.
And then we might make a few changes with some rules, but they will come next season. I'm just really happy with how it goes right now. We might ban the unit attire maybe because it can get a bit weird when you're watching the game. But nothing major. The way it is right now is pretty good, I think, pretty healthy. Just have to keep it running for a while.
Keep going, yeah. So there's nothing glaring like, oh, I really need to change that next season yet.
No, not yet. No.
Good.
I think this is
good.
Yep.
So, SeaBee, kind of coming to the end of it because we're already actually at about 20 minutes. So that's absolutely flown by. But is there anything else that you want to talk about or mention or say about the tournament at all to kind of pique people's interest in it?
Well, definitely join the Discord like you said. Definitely go to the YouTube channel as well. You can rewatch all the games there as well, SeaBee Rifles. And also, if you want to play in the league, actually go to the Discord and get your team in, right? Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter how many teams there are. If there is like a really big interest, then I'll definitely organize another pool, another league. It doesn't matter. We'll get something going on. Even if you have a new team with only people that play like blue units, I don't mind. If we have 10 teams from EU6 or like totally new teams, we'll just make a separate pool for those. Whatever it is, we'll see if it works. So just hop on the wagon now that you can. The earlier you are there, the better it will be.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. I'm glad you're saying that. So it's still, even though the registration technically has closed, I think it's going to be one of those where just keep registering and just get involved. The more people that get involved, the better as well. Because the more people that get involved, the better the rewards we can get, the better the prize pools and everything like that. So actually, not only are you going to be gaining experience, having a good time playing with obviously people that you know and everything in your team, but you may be winning some seriously good prizes as well. So prizes for this tournament haven't actually been announced yet. We know we're getting prizes, but we haven't actually had any official kind of, this is what we're getting yet. But from the example prizes, I'm not going to go into what they are, but they are pretty good, to be honest. For just playing in a tournament, they are really, really good prizes. Have you seen the examples?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, so it is really worthwhile doing. Not only does it, like I said, does it get you experience as well playing in this tournament, but all the official tournaments you'll already be a bit more experienced than people that don't. And I think it's just going to grow and grow, and I really do hope this is going to grow and grow even more.
Yep.
So, like I said, anything else you want to talk about or mention, or pretty happy with everything so far?
Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm also happy that you and the other casters and streamers jumped in. I hope this creates a lot of content for you as well. I hope to cast some games as well in the future. Like, what are you most excited for? Looking to the next couple of weeks?
To be honest, I'm just very intrigued to find out how big it gets. Like, as it's a kind of ongoing thing. And I think I really do hope it kind of brings more people into the game, to be honest.
Yep.
But obviously, none of us know the future, so we will see what happens there. But I don't think there's any negatives in running tournaments like this at all. I think it's only positives.
Absolutely, and also I think the community maybe has been known for the salt and the meme, but it's all in good faith, right? We're all friends and family, I guess, in the Conquerors Blade community.
Most of us, I think.
Most of us, yeah. And just join the community. It's been so fun playing together, especially with the tournaments. You create more of a team, and same with the content creators. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time, SeaBee. It's been an absolute pleasure. But just to remind everybody, Discord channel and link and all the rest of it are going to be in the bottom of the description of here. The link to, I'm not sure actually where we're going to post this video. It may be both channels, it may just be mine, it may be SeaBee Rivals, I don't know. But I'll put links and everything in the video wherever it does end up. So get involved is kind of the bottom line, I think. Just get involved right now. Get as many people as you can together for a tournament team. Get involved and get active on the Discord. Any final remarks, CV?
No, you said it all.
Happy. Good.
Rapid.
Well, thank you for your time, mate. And
Yes.
I look forward to working with you in the future on the tournament. And we will leave it there.
Yeah.
So thank you all for watching. As always, hit that like button, share it around, share it to your housemates, all the rest of it. And we both hope to catch you out on the battlefield.
Exactly.
Bye-bye.